Hey guys, welcome to another update in the journal. Today we're going to talk about Facebook because we talked about last week about getting traffic to the site. We're using Facebook. I'm going to go in and show you how we're doing that. So at the start of the month we had 4 people. At the moment I think we've got about 77 people following us. So we're going to run through how we done that and how we got there. So I'll just bring up that Facebook account. So give me 2 seconds. So we can see we're on our Braintelix site now. We've got 77 followers. So I'm now just going to dive in and show you a bit deeper on that. So you can see here that what we're doing is we're running a Facebook likes campaign. That's where we can put an ad out to people out there to follow us on Facebook. We ran 2 ads. The initial ad here that we had running started at the beginning of the month, and we ran that for quite a while. We got 46 people to follow us. It cost me $22.62, and we set it to have a maximum spend of $1.50 a day, and I'll cover that a bit more. Then this particular ad ran up to a cost of 49 cents per follow or like. That was probably getting a bit too expensive, and we wanted to bring that price down. But at the same time, I'm not concerned in that the campaign was only brand new. Facebook was looking, where do we find people and stuff? So it has to learn anyway. So that's not surprising it done that. So we stopped that campaign. You can see we'll pause it there on June 30. Then we started this one, which is just finished. It says July 15. But that's not quite right. Don't know how that sort of got in there, but anyway, so we've done that one. This one here has got us another 25 likes, all up with what we've had and some other stuff. We've now come up to 77, so let's pause on this and we'll go back to the other screen. And it's important to also point out that these people are not customers or anything like that or sales. They're just people who are interested or might be interested in what we're doing. And it may be even you're one of the people now watching that are part of that 77 people. If you are, thank you. We appreciate that follow. So let's just move on. The reason for sharing this is that it's one way that we can attract people to what we're doing at a very reasonable cost. So I want to cover that now. So if you've read a bit about our story, you know that we've been mucking around online for quite a long time. And now we're sort of getting near retirement. We're now looking at taking it a bit more serious and building out our affiliate business. But over those 20 years, I've probably spent more thousands of dollars than I can count, many thousands of dollars. Chasing the internet dreams or mucking around with different things. I don't regret doing any of that, but I've spent many thousands of dollars building websites before I learned to do them myself. I've also spent, even up to $5,000 on different courses. Now, some of that stuff has been good and some of that stuff is probably long forgotten. And I'll just flip back up a little bit because I forgot this part, but a lot of people have fears about they're going to lose all their money, their life savings, the whole box and dice, when they go online. And certainly that's possible if you just keep spending money chasing, dreams that are unrealistic. So pretty well based on those 20 years, we knew coming into this project that we weren't going to make, all of the mistakes that we they're not mistakes, let's call them learning lessons, for the want of a better word. So we've got a budget that's separate from our household budget that's specific to run this project or the Braintelix project. So it is a controlled environment that we're in, and at best I pretty well am a bit of a Scrooge these days, having been online a long time. I sort of don't get caught up in the shiny objects that are all out there and buy all those things. I just sort of buy what I need when I need it, and I try and spend as little money as possible in a controlled way that is not going to affect our household budget, which is very important. We've got to host our website, so we've got that. We've got to register our domains, we've got that. I do have Grammarly Premium. I've had that for 4 or 5 years that I use. We've got a paid ChatGPT plan. We do use AI, and we do run some small tests and stuff. So, but overall, it's not a huge amount on a weekly basis. It's very small. And like I said, that's got a set budget that we pay into that budget that we can use on this project, but we need to stay inside of it within limits. So, and that's what we do. We try not to use all my money, or we're going to things are going to drop out, or whatever it might be. If you've set it up in a way that you've got that all in control, then that can't happen. All right? So it's about more personal, being able to control that personally on that level to do that properly. You would have seen on the Facebook ads, we had it set for $1.50 a day, 7 days. It's $7 plus, so it's costing us $10.50 a week to run that likes campaign, probably for the entirety, forever and ever while we're running Braintellics. We'll let that run at that cost. We won't ever probably put it up. We're just going to let that trickle in the background, and we're going to add some more stuff to that later on once we get a few more followers, but not right now. But we will be doing or enhancing that project as we move forward. Now, I also want to put here that we haven't upgraded yet to the VIP. We will be doing that shortly, but that's all got to work with our budget. So we keep part of our budget to put away to upgrade to the VIP. And to be honest, we could, if we wanted to, just go and get the money out of our savings and pay for it. But we wanted to approach this on a very business-like way where we stuck with a budget. It doesn't affect our family budget or our normal way of life. And we want to make sure that we're working within that. So very shortly, within that budget, we will update to that VIP option. So probably put that in there, because I don't want people thinking, oh, it's okay for them. They must have had all this money and they can do it and I don't have. Well, we literally are operating on a shoestring, and everyone's budget's different. And, it's important to know that, but you can build it on a budget. Even if you don't have a lot, you can still get started, especially with the free training that you get in ClickBank Profit Club. I think what's important to point out too, so you get some perspective, we're not near retirement yet. We've still got a few years ahead of us. But what we're doing now is we're giving ourselves a long runway. So we're also not in a hurry to make money. In that context, we want to give ourselves the time to learn, to build this business properly, to set it all up properly, so we're not chasing a buck tomorrow or whatever. And I think there's a bit of a story. If you wait till you need the money, till you try and earn the money, then it's the wrong time to do it. So if you're able to give yourself a bit of a runway that you can allow yourself the freedom to naturally replace your income and then retire, that will be optimal. If you don't have that and you're looking to earn money instantly, I would nearly go as far as to say that affiliate marketing in itself is probably not the right call for you, in that if I needed to get money quickly now, I would go to Fiverr.com or Airtasker, or I'd find another way to earn instant money and then take some of that money then to fund a budget to then build your affiliate marketing. You could still do Fiverr or Airtasker or another task and still take up the free training, so you're still learning while you earn some extra money. But don't try and put yourself in a position where you desperately need money and you try and take on affiliate marketing, especially if you've never done it before. I think that probably won't be a good formula. So if you are short on dollars, certainly take up the free training and learn as much as you can. Grab a different form of income that will pay you straight away. And then you can put some of that money into affiliate marketing if that's your goal, and to follow on and upgrade as you go. So just to finish off, we are testing on small scales. We're testing what we're learning in the back end. And I still haven't gone through it all yet, so it's not even worrying me that we haven't updated yet, because I've discovered stuff in there the other day I didn't even know existed. So I need to get that sorted out. And then we're going to continue to do what we do, but slowly then roll into upgrading and doing those other things. Now, it might not sound exciting, but remember I've spent a lot of years doing this, and if it's got a bright shiny bell and saying get this now, and they're using a lot of hype, and you don't need any energy and you don't need any money, and tomorrow you're going to wake up really rich, it's probably not something that's going to have any long time growth in it, which is why I like working with John, because he just shoots it pretty straight, and that's how we want to shoot it here as well. And just a bit of a disclaimer at the end. That's just our with my wife and I. That's just our personal experience. Based on that, we're not here to give out financial advice or tell people how to do that. That's not what we want to do here in this. What we do, we just want to share what we're doing and why we're doing it, how we're doing it. How you choose to do it is up to you. And, if you've got any questions, you can drop a question below and do that. Follow our site. If you're not following that, you can follow up on that. And we look forward. Now, next week, we're just going to cover off some of the work we're doing in the background. You might think that we're, sitting here and not doing anything each week and just loading some stuff up. And that's not quite the case. There is a lot of stuff we're doing in the background, learning, updating the site, all the bits and pieces that go on that people don't generally see. We'll cover some of that next week and see if we can get that done. Thanks for your time today. Appreciate that, and catch you up soon. Cheers.